Okay, let's talk about a word that, can make anyone a little nervous. Audit. But here's the thing. Audits aren't just about finding what's wrong. They're actually these incredible tools for building trust, making sure a company is stable, and really for driving success. So how do they actually work? Well, let's dive in.
It all boils down to a really simple but super important question. When you think about investing in a company or buying its stuff, or maybe even working there, how do you really know it's being honest? Honest about its finances, its promises, everything. Well, this is exactly where the power of an audit comes into play.
So at its heart, an audit is just an official inspection. The absolute best way to think about it, it's like a health checkup for a company. Seriously, it's a way to get an objective, expert opinion on how things are really going, from the money in the bank all the way up to the folks in the boardroom.
Now, to see how this all works in the real world, we're going to follow a little story. Let's imagine a company called Acme Innovations. We'll watch them grow and see how they use these different kinds of audits, from just a startup trying to get their numbers right to a huge company that needs to work smarter. This journey, it's going to give us the full picture. So our story kicks off with the audit that pretty much everyone has heard of, the financial audit. This is ground zero for any company that needs to prove it's the real deal.
Okay, so picture this. Acme Innovations is a brand new, promising startup. They've got this brilliant idea, but they need cash to make it happen. So they go to investors, they give their big pitch, and the investors say, "That sounds amazing, but show us the numbers."
And boom, that's what triggers a financial audit. An independent auditor comes in to check everything. Are these numbers legit? Is money being managed the right way? Is this company actually on solid ground? And look, this isn't about trying to catch somebody. It's all about building that foundational trust with the people who are about to bet their money on you.
All right, let's move to the next chapter of the story. Acme got its funding, things are going great, and the company is starting to get bigger. But with more growth comes a whole new world of challenges. You see, Acme isn't just a tiny startup anymore. It's a real player, maybe in an industry like healthcare or finance, somewhere with a ton of rules. All of a sudden, they've got to worry about data privacy laws, environmental regulations, you name it. One wrong move could mean massive fines or even legal disaster.
And this is where the compliance audit steps in. Think of it like someone coming in to check your work against the official rulebook. It makes sure the company is following all the outside laws and regulations and even its own internal rules. The goal here is pretty simple, but it's absolutely critical. Make sure the company is playing by the rules and operating legally and ethically.
Okay, let's hit the fast forward button a few years. Acme is a huge success story. It's a big, complicated company with thousands of employees. But with all that scale comes a new, much bigger question.
I mean, with so many different parts moving at once, how does the board of directors really know that the whole ship is being steered in the right direction? Are the top leaders making smart, ethical decisions for the long haul? Is the entire leadership structure even built to last?
This is exactly what a governance audit is for. It looks at the company's blueprint, the very structure of how decisions get made. Are board meetings actually effective? Is there real oversight? Is it clear who is responsible for what? This is the audit that makes sure the company is truly built for long-term success, not just for surviving the next 3 months.
So, we've looked at the money, the rules, and the leadership. But there's one last, really important piece of this puzzle. Is the company actually good at doing what it does every single day?
So, Acme's leaders are looking around at this massive organization they've built, and they start asking a really tough question. Are we running as lean and mean as we could be? Are our processes bloated? Are we wasting time and money on things that don't matter? It's a question every successful company eventually has to face.
And that's when you call in a performance audit. This is kind of like a mechanic popping the hood to fine-tune the engine. It's not about the big financial statements or the rule book, it's about day-to-day operations. Auditors dig in to see if teams are using their budgets well, if workflows could be smoother. The whole goal is to find real, practical ways to work smarter, not just harder. So there you have it. We've followed Acme from this tiny little startup all the way to a major corporation. And at each stage, they needed a different kind of checkup. So let's put it all together now and see what the full picture of a really healthy company looks like.
And here it is, the complete company health check, all laid out. Each audit answers a totally different but totally critical question. The financial audit asks, are the numbers right? And that's all about building trust. The compliance audit asks, are we following the rules, which is how you avoid legal risk? The governance audit asks, are we well led? That's what ensures long-term stability. And finally, the performance audit asks, are we efficient? Which is how you boost productivity. You really need all four to get that true 360-degree view.
So as we wrap this up, just remember, these big questions aren't only for giant companies. They apply to our teams, to our projects, and hey, even to our own work lives. So just take a second and ask yourself, if you were to audit your own work right now, what would you find? And maybe more importantly, what's the one thing you'd want to improve?